Today's question is, my fish tank stinks. I have a video on this that is years old, and I apologize because I have some repeat videos, but I'm just answering questions because instead of typing to these people, I'd just rather shoot a quick video and upload it because it's easier, and then future people can watch the video and learn from it. Okay, so step one, if your tank stinks, you need to get a water testing kit. First of all, that way you need to narrow it down to specific things it could be in the tank. First of all, most commonly, it's your water. Get a water testing kit. The Tetra strips are easy if you don't want to mess around with all the liquid vials and so forth. The Tetra strips are really good. I'll throw a link in the description box. Certain brands of the strips aren't reputable, so you got to use specific ones. There's a link in the description box. Test your water, see if your nitrates are too high or your ammonia is too high. If your ammonia is too high, maybe your tank isn't cycled well enough, etc. Let's move on past water. Next, it could be a dead fish. Is something decaying in your tank? Maybe you have a hidden dead fish in your tank. I always tell people when you're cleaning your tank to move everything and rearrange everything every time you do a gravel cleaning / water change, just because I'm always fascinated by how much debris will build up on the side of a rock just from sitting there for a week. And I'll think, oh, I'm just gonna gravel vacuum around it this one time. Every time you gotta lift it up and just move things around. It really helps keep the tank just healthier because you have a better hand on how clean it actually is by moving everything around. And I know it sucks because, whoa, I got a weird vein in my neck. And I know it sucks moving stuff around because you have a certain aquascape that you're obsessed with and you don't want to move it around. Well, maybe just lift it up and then put it back down. Get the gravel vacuum in there. Thirdly, how dirty is your gravel? That is another really common deal that beginners miss. They're like, oh, I have to clean the gravel? Yeah. I get people telling me, oh, I haven't cleaned my gravel in a year, man. And my tank's fine. Your fish are probably on the edge of their life, to be honest with you. And you gotta do gravel vacuums because in aquariums, everything sinks to the bottom. And that's where everything that's nasty falls to, the bottom. So you got to do a gravel vacuum. Next on the list would be dead fish. I said that. Next, I would say it's something else around the tank. Lids. You should get lids on your tank. Not 100% totally sealed, but 80% of the way sealed. Just because everything, if it's you're withholding everything within the tank, and some people will argue, oh, well, you're just smothering it within the tank, so when you open the lid it's just going to explode in the air and really smell. That is a valid argument. Sorry, I'm adjusting my phone here. My arm's getting sore after 3 minutes of video. That is a valid argument, but I've found that lids work better, and I've moved over back to having lids on all my tanks. It's just better. Get some lids. Lastly, let's try to think what else it could be. Food. Fish food stinks. I've learned that. People, a couple of my colleagues have told me that fish food is the reason their fish room smells. You got big bags of food like this. This stuff stinks. So what I've done to combat it, let's move here with me, is you buy these Ziplocs, the expensive Ziplocs where you hide your food within the Ziploc. And I've actually literally double bagged foods like this. This has a Ziploc on it and it stinks through the Ziploc. I don't know how, but I will literally double bag this, maybe even triple bag it, because my wife's pregnant right now, and her sense of smell, she can smell what is on the bottom of your shoes, literally. My fish room is a bit bothersome to her right now, especially because she's pregnant. So rebag your fish food. I'm trying to think what else it could be. I've listed 4 or 5 things. So After that, you're gonna want to do water changes. You know, maybe something's not right. Make sure your tank is cycled. If you're having any problems with the whole cycle process, I know it is confusing. Go to your local fish store and ask them for a used filter or a chunk of the padding out of their filter system and throw it in your filter, and it'll jumpstart your whole system. That's the easiest way to do it. I tell tons of newbies to do that, and I've even done it way back in the day. Now what I do when I'm setting up a new tank is I'll just take the filter and throw it on the new tank and just jumpstart it. So once you're going, it's a lot easier. Yeah, I've been babbling now for 5 minutes, and yeah, I got fish bagging all over the place. I'm convinced no matter how much you feed them, they always want more. And I'm worried about my water. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. Why does your aquarium smell? Don't worry about it. Just get it fixed, do water changes, get the tank cycled, make sure there's no dead fish, bag up your food, get lids on your tank, etc. It seems like a lot, but it's really not. So, and I've learned to not even notice this smell. This smells heaven for me. My fish room is like, I hope my clothes smell like it. I should be that weirdo at work that everyone's like, hey, you know, Chris stinks, you know. Yeah, I'm that crazy cat lady with fish. Yeah, that's it, guys. It's kind of cool. I'm getting back into YouTube more and more now. I got a couple channels. If you're interested, just hit me up. I got moderator messages just flying all over my screen here. All right, cool, guys. I got to get back to the Beta Fish Keepers group. We have a group chat interview tonight. We're interviewing for new moderators. So not that you care, I'm just blabbing. All right, I'm out.